All right, everybody, welcome to another episode of the Hoppy Craftsman Podcast. I am Chris Sandbeck in studio with my co-hosts, Edward Gomez and Nate Lippy. Say hello, guys.
Hello.
I like how you looked at Nate when you said my name. I got very confused.
I panned across both of you.
And go.
Listen, I can't
Ed.
tell. You guys both have beards and hats, and you're both wearing hockey jerseys, so I couldn't tell.
He's quite literally not.
He always wears a hockey jersey.
He's prepping for camera work. Do you see him? He's going from like a 2-shot to a single.
I'm like, pan to the left.
Yeah, some beef. Get some B-roll over here, baby.
It's in my brain. I got B-roll in my brain constantly.
I'm always the B-roll.
2024, guys. Welcome to season 3. No? Is that what this is now?
We're just randomly
Season
throwing
2 is
seasons.
yeah,
Season
season 2 is
14.
8 episodes.
Yeah.
Season 3 now. No. Still season 2, I imagine. We need to get to episode 100, I thought it was the consensus.
Yes.
Right?
No, 200.
200. Oh, so that's right.
Season 1 was 100 episodes. Season 2 is 200
We had
episodes.
to double the season number.
And I said
We're like Dark Sky. We double the number of beers we make every year.
I said I'm not missing any more episodes.
That's
Since
true.
that-
Yeah, I
did
love
say
Nate's
that.
here out of spite just so he does so I don't get ahead of him in episodes.
I think I already missed one since I said that.
No, you
No,
haven't. No.
nope.
All
No.
right, let's go.
Still ahead.
Dang.
Ed's got a bunch of news, he said, and he
Yeah.
brought us beers.
Hey,
We're
but
gonna-
I found my own news, so I want to at least read off that one because I found it myself, even though Ed, you already
Yeah, I
had
had it too. So
you
this
had
is
my
our
fault.
new year, new beer, old news episode.
Yeah, there you go.
But this one's only 5 hours so old.
Well, when this
Suck
comes
on
out,
that.
it won't be 5 hours old.
Fuck.
So you just
Damn.
timestamp the podcast.
Dang.
Nobody cares about it.
Congratulations.
Gosh, dang.
But in breaking news, we are drinking a beer that we've never had
Dang, that's a
before,
big butt. Oh yes,
and
we
we've
are.
never seen in the
and
state.
it's delicious. It's extra juicy bits, and it is extra delicious. Hazy double India Pale Ale, brewed and double dry hopped with Citra, Mosaic, and Eldorado hops. It's fresh. It's clocking in at 8.6 alcohol. Whatever. Yep, alcohol 8.6. Oh god, the can smells so good. Oh, it smells like oranges.
It's so nice having Nate on the show because he just goes right into reading the can without even there. Nobody saying anything. Just gonna read. Yeah, it's the best. I love it. Thank you. It's good having you back.
It's got a disco theme to it.
I love the dialed in beer little
I
knobs
could
at the
smell
top.
it
That's really
all
nice to
day.
me.
Yeah, it's kind of like the knobs on our recorder.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's
Smell
like
it.
goes up to 11 on this one. Yeah, no, it's super cool. Yeah, it's got like that gold disco with the outline of it's like is it disco? That's disco, huh? With the whole
Yeah, it's like
Yellow.
a 70s disco kind of theme going on with it.
Thank you.
Um,
Ed.
But yeah, Weld works, dude. I'm super happy when we started getting them. Amazing we got juicy bits, and
Well,
then all the rest of them now too. It's
Ed
great.
was offended when I asked because I was like, "Oh, did we get this distributed?" He's like, "No, I went to Colorado for this, butthead." And I was like, "Oh, well, thank you very much." But, God, it's delicious.
Yeah, so over the holiday, I went to
smells so
Colorado,
good.
and Weldworks is located in Greeley, Colorado, which is, I think, it was 50 minutes for where I was. And I was like, that seems kind of far.
Kind of far,
After I drove 13 hours, what's another 50 minutes?
What's another 53 minutes?
right? You're not lying.
So they had a ton. Like, we've only seen juicy bits here,
Yeah.
but they had 2 different variants with hops. 2 different hop variant juicy bits. They had the double. They had a triple. They had like 5 or 6 different kind of juicy bits. Tons of sours, like a Neapolitan sour, peanut butter jelly sour.
Well, we've seen it. We get a lot of Weld works now. We get a good variation, but not a ton of different variations of the juicy bits. Like we usually get juicy bits, and then I think the little dry hop juicy bits I saw before.
Yeah.
But we get some other ones from them. I actually just got one earlier today. It was the big creature or something like that, or hop creature from Weldworks. So, but I'm excited. Glad to see more of them here.
So Nate likes this beer.
It's crazy how
Say,
good it
Nate's-
smells.
Nate's-
It's like got,
He's
I haven't
smelling the
smelled
can.
it yet.
it's like orange, pineapples. It's just tangerine. It's delicious, and I like how it says more juicy where the date is, and then it was. I mean, this was made less than a month ago. Made
that
put in
is
the
real
can
good.
less than a month. It is
Holy
very
shit,
good.
that's good.
Yeah, I've ripped into it.
Yeah, Nate's like halfway done with the beer
ripping into
already.
it.
So we got to tear through this news.
It's so good.
All right,
I
news.
told you I was thirsty, but then you had to bring out like water.
This is the first time I met Nate's expectations. Usually he comes in here, he's like, "What beer do you got for me now?"
I'd been crawling through a desert for 2 weeks, and you had water. And, like, this is everything I could possibly want out of a beer right now.
Excellent.
Thank you.
So let's start with some old news, and it's kind of the bad news. This is the only bad news story I
I
have.
couldn't feel bad right now. Give me start with the worst because I'm ready to go.
We can try. Let's try. Let's try to make Nate feel bad.
So we talked about the trend of two businesses occupying one space.
Oh, yeah,
with
yeah.
breweries
Pizza.
and food, pizza, food.
Ooh, I think I've
tacos,
heard a
food.
little bit about this, and it's not good.
No, so
I read the restaurant side on their Instagram, and it was scintillating. Scintillating?
So somebody had either a
Scintillating.
New Year's resolution or like a cleansing period at the end of the year where they just did like a word dump of their side of the allegations. So we all know Flying Basset closed
Correct.
after winning medals at
Yeah.
KABF,
Yeah, congratulations.
but they were partnered with Philadelphia Sandwich. That was the other
Philadelphia
Document.
Sandwich Co. or whatever company.
that was occupying that.
I've
space.
always wanted to go.
I never even was on my radar.
You're never gonna go.
Oh no, I'm sad now. Way to make me sad.
So, spoiler alert.
Yeah.
Neither of you and I, unless they get this figured out, you and I are never going.
So it's basically the standard bad roommate moving
Very
out.
bad roommate.
So
okay.
there was allegations of like contracts of new rent.
They stole my panini press.
Yeah,
Shit like that.
they stole my equipment. They locked
Really?
us
Wow.
out. They boarded up the door so we couldn't get in.
And then pressed charges when he pulled the boards down.
Yeah.
And walked in.
Seriously?
The owner
Yeah.
broke in and they said like the cops got called and all this stuff. If you look at the website or the Instagram for the sandwich company, it says new brewery coming 2024. So I don't know what's going on
I'll
because
never step foot in it.
part of their post was they weren't going to sign the new
Yeah.
rent agreement because it was like astronomical rent increase.
Gotcha.
Like
Okay.
$5,000 more.
That post is since gone. I don't know.
He took it down.
Yeah, I don't know if it was a story or a post. I thought it was a post.
Philadelphia. If you're talking about the Philadelphia
Yeah.
side, it was a post. I was on
So
a
it's
plane
been
and I had
taken
time.
down.
Oh yeah.
I had spare time to read the whole thing, and I was like, "That was saucy." So it was. They
Love it.
The Flying Basset owners, because these must be run. Whoever owns Flying Basset. I mean, if you're closing them, I don't know. I don't know.
We don't know.
One of
we don't know the
these,
story yet.
but I can tell you, one of these owners is a bonehead.
Yeah.
Someone's a bonehead.
Well, I mean, listen,
Someone's stupid.
something happened.
Somebody's not smart. And anyway, due to an astronomical rent increase, yada yada yada, they boarded up the doors after they decided not to pay that rent increase. And then the guy just like, I want my stuff's in there. And then,
But then they were saying that they got locked out and they like broke off communication, and then all of a sudden like I think the landlord was saying, yeah, the lease has been signed, like false. They are claiming that they falsified
Documents.
to get that lease re-signed.
Really? Okay.
Yeah,
Because
but
somebody else
now-
was supposed to go in there, right? Who was supposed to go into Flying Basset? I thought
Nobody.
somebody
It was
announced.
never-
I swear I saw somebody announce they were going to that
Maybe.
space.
I haven't seen it, but
Okay.
so I don't know what's going on with that. So that would be fun to follow through 2024.
Yeah, and
that
to-
drama.
Oh, I thought it was the Perch. I thought I saw the Perch say that they were
Yes.
taking over that
Oh,
space.
yeah,
Yes,
that's right.
The Perch is the
That's what
other
it was.
business.
Perch was going to take over that
They're
space.
the third
And
person.
They announced it. They announced
They're
they
the
were
mistress.
Yes, they're the backdoor man.
Yeah. I was like, oh, okay. Well, that makes sense. They don't. I mean, the Perch downtown
Yeah.
Chandler is cool, but God, it's a fucking.
I don't know
Not fun
who's
space.
stupid, but
Parking
somebody's
sucks.
dumb.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's
Keep
weird.
myself out of all. I'll be right somehow.
I don't know who's the stupidest, but they're all dumb.
I don't know who's dumb, but someone in this equation is not very smart.
But somebody's
It
going
remains to be
uh,
seen who it is.
It's going to make people think twice about moving into a space with a different business. I think.
Yeah.
If more stuff like this happens.
You need to be smart because I don't know how it's set up with, and you never know how it's set up in the background.
Right.
Taking a look at Cider Corp and Mike's Pizza, I believe that's the name. Mike's
Yeah,
Pizza.
Yeah. Well, they got 3. Don't they still have that coffee place? in
And
there
there's a
too?
coffee, and there's a legit coffee shop in there. I mean, I hope it's. I mean, you'd like to think that whoever owns that building is planning to do well by all those businesses, and hopefully it's one of those business owners,
But like,
one of the 3 that owns it.
I mean, Cider Corp went to that place in Mesa for their production facility, and they got like booted out as soon as they got it done, so they couldn't even really use it.
Yeah,
So
they had issues with that other place.
So who knows
Those landlord
how this one is, but
issues.
I'm done.
yeah, I mean, again, hopefully somebody in that group owns that building or whatever, and they don't have to have a third landlord part of it or whatever. So, because who knows, man? Because you're at the whim of anybody. I mean, I guess that's open a business, right? You own, somebody else owns the business. You're gonna lease it from them, and then at that point, it's like, hey, we're making you money. Hopefully, we just keep it amicable. But if not, then what happens? You gotta move, and
I know.
It's a lot to it.
What if the person who owns a building is a douchebag?
Well, I mean,
So that's redundant because I would say most landlord property owners are douchey at some level.
you gotta be douchey to own a building, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah,
Is that a criteria?
to buy land and put
It's
up.
a tax code.
It's not a requirement. Ooh, look at that big old coffee you guys sent over there, Ed. What are
I
you doing
know.
with that?
It's nice.
Ed, my beer went faster than everybody else's. What was wrong with my
Oh shit! Hold on. There's a hole in your cup.
Yep, exactly. The fucking faulty. I'm trying not to burp into the mic.
All right. So this next local story is: have you guys heard of a place called Buqui Bichi or Buqui Bichi? It's a Mexican.
I'd like you to keep trying to guess on variations of the name.
Here, I'll spell it for you. It's B.
No, I wanted you to just keep trying.
Well, it's Buqui Bichi.
Okay.
Okay.
Or
That's
no,
Say it one more time.
I'm
Buqui
going to
Bichi.
go with Buqui Bichi.
Buqui Bichi.
Yeah.
I
So
think
it's
that's what it
B-U.
Buqui Bichi.
It's like Mitsubishi, but with bees.
Yeah.
I think it's a Q.
What the hell?
It's weird. It has a weird thing under it. So it's
think
either
that-
B-U-O
I
or
think that's a Q.
Oh, yeah. It's B-U-Q-U-I-B-I-C-H-I.
I didn't, I have ADHD.
He lost. I lost you at B.
You lost
Write it down.
you lost me at it's.
Write this down.
But
Buqui Bichi.
it's a Mexican brewery that opened a location in Chandler in July of 2023, and they just opened or are about to open another second location in Phoenix. Yeah,
I hope that's okay.
That's moving fast, right?
Yeah,
I hope
evidently.
that's
Wow.
okay. I hope that's good.
Yeah, I mean,
I've
they're
never
making
heard
good
of
beers.
them, but that
So
doesn't
they-
mean anything.
they
That
were-
doesn't mean a dang thing.
listen, do they have good food?
It looks like they have a full Mexican
Well, you're just looking at photos.
menu.
I mean, so
So, founded in 2016 by Luis and Ramon Osuna, homebrewing dream started to grow until they blossomed into the first production plant and tap room in Hermosillo, Sonora. So they are from Mexico. I don't know how they ended up in Chandler, but I mean, it's kind of like Mexico down there in some parts of Chandler. They were awarded the best medium-sized brewery in Mexico in 2019 and the best large brewery in Mexico in 2022. And then, like I said, they moved to Arizona in 2023, and in 2024, they're opening a second location.
Wow, that's crazy. They're moving that
dang.
fast.
It fits Arizona's motif of multiple
Why have
places
I never
opening.
heard of them?
July 2023, that's a
Yeah,
That's
They haven't been along.
midsummer.
I don't know anything about anybody.
Dude, middle of summer things going on. Gone. Vacations out of here. It's hot. I'm not being here.
You got heat wave brain at that point.
Right.
How the heck is this spelled?
Buqui
Buqui
Bichi.
I don't think. What'd you call it? Buka?
Buqui Bichi.
I'm going with Buki.
Buqui.
Buqui Bichi. I'm going with Buqui Bichi.
I'll accept that.
I'm going Buqui Bichi, actually. Just looking at that, because QUI is usually an E sound, right? A key sound?
I like how you're looking at Chris, and Chris is just staring
Chris,
blankly back at you.
right, Chris?
I mean,
right,
my
Chris?
son does learn Spanish in school, but he doesn't know any of it.
It'd be awesome if they just had someone saying, that's what pop.
Since you're going to be cutting all this anyways, it's fine.
Can't cut that. Now he can cut it.
So we'll have to try that place out.
Yep.
For one of the Phoenix or the Chandler
Yeah, I guess we'll go to the Chandler one. I
I'll
don't
go to
know.
the Phoenix one.
one? You go to the Phoenix one. We'll go to the Chandler one, and we'll Zoom call you.
We'll compare notes.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it.
We'll call it. That'll be a road sodas.
Yeah.
There you go.
We got an update. The old Helton facility
Oh, yeah.
it was bought by OHSO,
Right.
and it looks like it's going to be a distillery-themed venue.
Not little H's.
No,
Damn it.
they're not going with Big H like we
Big H.
As
suggested.
long as
Big
they
H.
have the brisket sandwich. Bring the biscuit sandwich.
this
The
is from,
brisket sandwich. Brisket sandwich.
Phoenix New Times had this article. The starving artist. What did they say? The starving artist powered by OHSO Spirits.
That's a lot.
I hope that's not the whole name.
I don't know
But
about that. Wait, no, you think that's the name of the? Do you think that's the name of the building, or just? I thought it was a wordy name of the article.
no, the title of the article is "New Neighborhood Bar from OHSO to Open in Former Helton Tap Room."
That's much more to the point. I was
Wow,
gonna
so
say-
they're gonna
I was
make
gonna- That's a much better article name.
Yeah, that's a better one. That get me hooked. I would read that.
I was like, I thought you read the name of the building. I was like,
Well,
wait,
no,
that's a
I think on
crappy name of an
OHSO's
article.
Instagram it said the Starving Artist powered by OHSO Spirits or something like that. Because they're hiring all their...
I got it. It'll be like the Starving Artist, and then like in little words it would say powered by da-da-da.
Probably.
Yeah, maybe.
I'm
That's
still
silly.
not a huge fan. But you know what? What
All
do
right.
I know? How many businesses do I own?
0.
Zip.
Yeah, we're still waiting on our grape whistles.
Right. Listen, more power to them. I love OHSO, so you know what? Great name. Maybe I should.
That was a real 360 all of a
You like
sudden.
Sometimes, who is that one guy? He's like, you just support him no matter what. So, get it.
So it looks like they're going to kind of play on whatever Helton was doing week to week as far as themes, because it says it's going to be quirkily. That's a weird word.
That's a weird.
Yeah,
Dude.
quirkily repurposed art. Think thrifted pieces with updated graffiti-like additions
Why can't
painted
it?
atop.
I'd like to redo that sentence. Repurposed quirky art.
Yeah, that seems that flows better.
Yeah,
So that's clunky.
they can have that.
New times if you're looking for writers, Nate's available.
I am not available
Yeah,
unless you're paying.
It's free.
Unless you're paying, and then I might be.
And
Yeah,
then I
they'll
can-
pay you like 10 cents a word or 10 cents for 200
Dude,
words.
I will-
10 cents a word. You
I
had
will-
me.
Yeah, I'll do it for 10 cents a word.
Sign me up, partner. It's gonna be one wordy ass. Excuse me, one wordy ass review.
It's gonna be a lot of flourishes in there.
Voluminous.
Sensual. There's gonna be some real zingers in there. You're gonna love it.
So it'll
His
be
lexicon is gonna be insane.
I don't think it's per letter.
No, I said word.
Yeah, it's per
No,
word.
I know, but I was
But like, if we make
laughing.
really big words, it's not really changing anything. It's just making it like it's we're really fucking ourselves over. Make really big words.
Maybe
Maybe just
it's-
use smaller words.
Maybe it's by syllable. That's why they use quirkily.
That could be. It could be. Yeah.
You get paid based on Scrabble words.
Yeah.
Based on the points per Scrabble.
Scrabble point system in effect.
Why is this not even legible? Oh, I thought it was like Scrabble. I'm sorry.
I had 3 Qs. What do you want me to do with them?
Quirkily.
That plays, right? That plays.
The person who wrote that article had to pull words off a board. Like,
Yeah.
sorry, dog, quirkily. It's going in here somewhere.
It's a morning meeting, and he's like, he spins the dial.
Now,
Oh man!
every morning they have to draw their tiles out of the bag.
Yeah.
That's what they're limited to.
That's too
I
funny.
almost cut that. I almost.
So the other thing is they bought Helton's recipes too. So I wonder if that will be the only place you get Helton made like 4 beers.
Yeah, I was to say. I mean, what?
The boysenberry sours.
Boysenberry
How much
sour.
could those have cost? I'm just joking. I'm sorry.
They threw it in when they paid off the legal fees. Allegedly.
Yeah, illegally.
That's just me making shit up. That's not true at all.
Damn, Ed, you can edit that out.
Word on the street is
A very okay. Go ahead, Ed.
The views of Ed do not reflect the what was the disclaimer, Chris?
the views.
Yeah,
of the
this is the Al
Yeah.
Borland moment on Tool Time. Please write letters to the following.
Listen, this is an opinion show. Everything's an opinion. Nothing's.
And
It's,
especially-
nothing's.
when it's Ed, it's definitely allegedly.
Yeah.
Allegedly. Sorry.
Listen,
That
I
was
always say
reach.
everything we say, take it as a grain of salt, unless we literally say we've heard this from the source.
Don't get upset with me, Edward. Do not get upset. Ed just shook his head in the most dad bullshit way.
Well, Nate's trying to pour the last drops of an empty can, and he spilled half
pour
of
it.
it,
I didn't spill half of it. I spilled like a drop or two.
which is half of what's left in that can.
I mean, by volume, I guess.
Yeah.
You know what's impressive about this can of beer that you gave us, Edwards? It's not, I just like poured out what was left after it sat there with a couple of drops in it. You'd think it'd be all nasty and cakey and, chunky and chonky.
4 years ago, you would have left at least an ounce in that beer because of the
You'd
sediment.
expect that. Well, you see beers locally that are brewed a minute ago, and they're like, you get down to that bit, and it's like, bleh, chunk.
every beer I ever, I just hourglass all my beers now. Like I don't they might not need it, but I just do all of them.
Well, absolutely, because you're like, what am I drinking?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? What's it look like in there?
Yeah.
Absolutely. I've seen enough beer to be concerned
Yep.
sometimes.
Just hourglass it, then good to go.
So I'm just saying, what a quality beer, Ed. Thanks again.
You're welcome.
That was Nate's way of saying
P.S.
thank you.
P.S. Do you have a napkin?
And then I think my motivation,
I'm gonna use my jersey.
my motivation was this story was to somehow shoehorn a sports story
Oh, God
into the
damn.
show
I have my sweet
that is
jersey on today.
that is super beer related.
This is from 1996, dog.
And
Ish.
no, it's not.
No will
That jersey-
ever.
I
that-
said ish.
No, that jersey came out in 1998.
Thank you. Whatever I said, ish.
Ish. That was close.
That is an alternate jersey from 1998.
I round up and round down 5 or 10 years.
That you'd round up it with an 8.
You'd be sad to know how much I paid for it. Let's continue.
I got the orange one in there. Compare notes.
We'll never know who this is because it will be all bleeped out.
Yeah, it's all
Dude, you gotta leave the rest of the conversation in, but just bleep it.
Yeah.
All right, sweet.
course.
I love
We
it.
always
It's
do
my
that.
favorite part.
Yeah.
It's funny because I have a picture. I have a newspaper from 1999
Do
with
you?
the c***s on it, and that's what's going to be the picture for this episode.
I have a
With the what on it?
I have an action to just go ahead and pixelate whatever's on the cover of it.
Yep.
It's a blurry pixelation. Huh. Weird.
It's a photo of the other guy on the grassy knoll.
You'll never know.
But anyway, the Arizona Diamondbacks lost to the Texas Rangers in the World Series.
I mean, yes, it's not days, I guess.
It's not. We haven't really decided if we blur all sports or beep all
We
Arizona
certainly
sports
shouldn't
teams.
decide on the air.
No, but going forward, Nate, you had this story as well. Do you want to read the headline?
Yes, I do. I found it on my own.
Excited.
I did research for the show.
I am really excited.
I was at the house. I was like, you know what? I'm going to Google the words Arizona craft beer and see what I can come up with for the show.
By the way, if you search Arizona craft beer news, we show up on the first page.
Oh,
That's a hell
There you go,
that's
everybody.
a hell of a stat.
Thanks, SEO.
I'd like to see anybody else pull that off. The hop burn in the back of my throat is lovely.
how's the burps? That's the
It is
true test.
delicious.
That's the true test.
Absolutely exquisite. Honestly.
I would make a little like a emoji of Nate burping, and then like the stars, but then there's like burp clouds. The number of burp clouds it gets,
Yes.
like it's filled
But
up.
then somehow get me reaching up to taste them or smell them. Yeah, Ed. This is a top. It'll be a while for heavy beer.
Way to bring the first one out first.
I was gonna say it'll be a
Jesus.
Do you have any more BT? Not of that, but of other beers. Okay, so from Phoenix Mag, the 12-pack of Arizona beers we sent to Texas for losing a bet by Craig
Othier?
Uthier. I'm gonna go with Uthier.
Utier.
Uthier?
I can't even see the fucking screen. I'm making
That's
shit
pretty
up.
good because
Honestly, that's you make me doubt myself here.
Well, I went with I used to work with the guy.
Outhier.
Oh yeah, it's OTA.
OTA?
Yeah,
OTA?
OTA.
Craig, email us. It's hobbycraftsman@gmail.com. And just send us a video of us of you.
Pronunciation guide.
Yeah, just say anything. I guess you could just email and tell us that we got it right.
Yeah, that's probably good.
Okay, but let us know we got it wrong. All right, Craig.
OTA.
OTA. Damn, what a fancy last name. Okay, anyway.
Another big Scrabble word.
So many points in that.
I don't know what the bet was, honestly. Did you read the article?
It's a bet every sports team
Oh, my bad.
does where
Yeah,
it's-
my bad for the World Series.
Yeah.
Okay. Obviously, so this is a result of the D-backs and the Rangers World Series. We're not going to see any more sports teams or talk about how that worked out. It was a bummer. But I want to talk about this
beers.
list.
The beers.
First of all, I love that they were very not big. It was very big of them not to include their own collab. That's a joke. They included their collab with who? Phoenix Beer Company. Yeah, that's it. I'm rounding out your shipment with the magazine's first ever collab, a Southwestern IPA. Color me concerned on whatever that may taste like.
Yeah, what is a Southwestern IPA?
Who knows?
Malty. I'm
What,
guessing.
really?
Malty. I'm guessing malt. No, I just guess.
I don't even know. I don't
It's a
know.
cynical guess. The back of my throat is burning from hops, and I couldn't be any happier.
Excellent.
Is it a prickly pear? Because that's the only Southwest thing I can think of.
Okay, and no, I'd try that beer, but I bet I'm just saying whatever. I'm not going to talk rudely. I bet it's very good, but I just bet it's a Southwest. Okay, a Southwest or a West Coast IPA is delicious,
Okay. Yeah.
but a Southwest IPA, what is that? What is that? A Southwest. We need to get to the bottom of that, Craig. Craig, fancy name. I have one other problem, at least, with this list.
Well, go through the list first.
Yeah.
and then-
Let's do the list.
All right, number one. No, there's no numbers on this.
Yeah.
Walter Station, Arizona Hazy. That's fine.
All right.
I never had it. It's got what's his name?
Nicolas Cage.
Cage.
From Raising Arizona.
Raising
That's
Arizona.
why I like you, Ed. You're ready to go. Simple Machine, Exhibit B, Honey Kolsch. We all have our own opinions of Simple Machine.
Probably tastes like
Nuts.
Stop.
Peanuts.
But it could taste delicious. Roses by the Stairs. Together, better together. West Coast Pilsner.
that.
I was in Pensacola over the weekend, and I had a West Coast Pilsner at Odd Company. I'm
You're really pointing at
I'm pointing at Chris right now. Listen to me, Bucker.
Okay.
Buckaroo.
All right. Well, you're gonna be really disappointed by our patron episode then.
I was at West. I was at why?
Nothing. Nowhere. Mike. Go on.
Okay, good. I will. All right. I'm concerned immediately. I was at Odd Company in Florida and Odd Company Brewing in Florida, and they had a West Coast Pilsner. It was delicious. It was a West Coast Pilsner. It was a really good mix.
Honestly. So it was a hoppy lager then?
No, it was a hoppy Pilsner. You son of a bitch! Why do you gotta say it with such disdain? They never tried that one, but they're just sending it anyway. That's rich. Okay, sorry, Craig. I'm gonna sound a little cynical, but still.
I mean, that's just Nate.
Still reach out to us. We want to talk to you. I like you immediately.
No, that's my.
Oh, that's Ed's spiel.
Okay, next one, Tombstone West Coast style. What's that? The West Coast style triple IPA. I'm sure that's delicious. We know that we know the brewer. We know he knows what he's doing. The next one, the Dragoon Company Pilsner. Good with it. Fine with it. Fate Dos Gatos Golden. Not happy to do it.
Is that the Elgato? Is that their? It's not the jalapeno one, right? Is that the jalapeno one?
It is. It's the chili beer.
That's the chili beer, right?
This was the.
It won bronze at the 2020 Great American Beer Festival. I don't care. Although if 2020 is still within Steve McFate's tenure,
it's not.
Nope,
it's not
even close.
Then I don't care. Then it's dead to me.
You got to read the caption on it.
Okay. Sorry, had to do it. Here's your chili beer, sucker. Caveat: this one won the bronze at the 2020 Great American Beer Festival.
Should have said him that Cave Creek fucking chili beer. You can find every once in a while still.
Which is a weird kind of flex because here's your chili beer, sucker. And it's like Texas is just as spicy as Arizona when it comes to food.
Yeah,
if anything,
spicier.
Texas or
if not, Texas is more synonymous, in my opinion. Don't worry, Greg. We still like you. Still reach out to us.
You really want me?
I mean, he might hear this and be like, "Well, I'm not going to reach out to him now."
I'm not putting them in the magazine.
Yeah, they were a little rude once
he only asked me twice to reach out to him.
Yeah,
what's the third time?
Well, he's like, "Well, they were a little rude once they started ripping into the list." I want to know, like, this is just for the show, Craig. Don't worry about it. Okay, but I do have one genuine problem. The Wren House Brewing inclusion is wonderful. Wren House Brewing always should be included in a 12-pack from Arizona. Lady Banks would not have been my choice.
No.
I wouldn't even be in my top 10 of Wren House beers they send anybody.
It'd probably be dead last, but that doesn't make it not good.
It's good beer.
This top 3 Phoenix microbrewery does terrific IPAs and such, but I didn't want to overload you with IPAs, so I'm including this delicious Goza. Goza. They have several other beers other than IPAs.
I would say
an astronomical. The thing about Ren, I will let you continue. I'm sorry, but he just says I'm not going to overload you with IPAs. I think if there's anything absolutely spectacular about Wilderness, it's that
Wren House.
I've done that a million times.
It's W. It's the W.
It is the
goddamn W.
You're my boy.
Yeah,
you understand.
I know.
You understand me.
I get his brain. This is my brain. It's the same thing.
He reaches in. He's like, it's dangerous in there, but I understand. Okay. That's the thing about Wren. They do so many other styles spectacularly. Like so many other styles of that IPA. That's not even what I wouldn't. I mean, don't get me wrong. You're going to get a tasty IPA at Wren, but like if you're sending someone to Wren House, it's like the IPA is good, but also you need to try, you know, A, B, and C.
It's funny because like Wren House to me is a brewery that they're known for the Spellbinders, their IPAs, all the hazies that they did, right?
That's true.
I think they're most well known for that.
Spellbinder is probably far and wide. But I have to give you that.
But
it's an IPA, hazy IPA.
Hold on.
I know.
But there's a but in this caveat. There's a caveat to this.
I'm just giving it to you.
They're most well known for all the hazies, right? But I think if you talk to them, they're most passionate about not the hazies and not those styles of beers. You know.
Yep. They're like,
Preston
we do that well.
And those guys,
but
they love all the other styles, and they do those styles really, really well too. But they're just not as mass. People aren't as hyped about those kinds of styles of beers as they should be. So
they'll not. They opened a Euro beer hall in Ahwatukee.
Dude, I mean, not that a ton of places are doing it, but like I would say they are the number one producer of those style beers and non-IPA subs in Arizona. Like everybody's has someone, but like
hell yes,
if you want traditional style beers like that, Wren is the way to go. 100%. So
I love it. It could. Yep.
Agreed. All right. Wow.
So anyway,
speechless.
Yep, I am. I'm speechless.
You rendered Nate speechless. That's a fucking accomplishment.
So good job. So Craig, major props, including Wren House. But you know what? You had to mix it up. You just could have done something else there.
Well, listen, not Four Peaks. Four Peaks was on that list. That was good.
That's a big step up for Arizona.
Yeah, because usually it's like, oh, we're going to send you some Four Peaks.
Yeah, here's Kilt Lifter.
Here's
What's the ownership situation with Lumberyard?
Flagstaff? No, they're.
Are they independent?
Yep.
Then from that aspect alone, I call this list incredibly solid.
I would say Lumberyard makes their beers are good, and they have really good food too.
And I'm willing to bet. I don't know if I've had this Redhead Red Ale that he included. I bet it's delicious.
Yeah.
Because I've been craving beers like that lately. Whenever I go to Ren, I just have a Schwartz beer. Like I want different kind of beers lately.
Well, Railhead Red won a medal at GABF in 2023.
And you know what? He may have said that, Craig. Craig, what a badass. All right. Barrio Brewing, Blonde Ale.
Nope, you skipped two of them.
Oh.
I'm not done. I was going to go back. Grand Canyon Prickly Pear IPA.
I have issues with this description.
All right, hit it.
The first beer that successfully made it its rosy bubblegum flavor with a beer mash. Prickly pear? No, they're not the first ones to even do a prickly pear, I think.
He didn't say they're the first beer. He said they're the first one successful. But if Brent House, doesn't Brent House have a prickly pear beer?
I'm sure they've done one at some point.
Well, then it was better.
I would say, I mean,
sorry, that's such a
I think Goldwater has a prickly pear.
That was such a fanboy statement from me. I was like, I just honestly.
I mean, we've talked about this before. I think prickly. It's one of those things. It's like it's an Arizona thing. It's like buying the prickly pear candy, or it's like that's just the Arizona. Like,
yeah,
somebody visits here, they want some shit that's fucking like the super touristy thing. That's the fucking
candy with a scorpion in it.
Yeah, cactus. Oh, we're gonna eat cactus candy. You're like, oh, fucking whatever.
I agree. Decent inclusion, whatever.
Yeah.
The shop, church music. A, it's wonderful the shops got included. B, it's cool they included, church music distribution is huge for them with church music. We don't even have to ask them. We haven't asked them.
Oh, dude, it's insane everywhere.
All you need do is go to a restaurant. Yeah. And if they have a craft beer offering that's halfway decent, they have church music on.
Yep, love it.
That's period, end of story.
If it's not a major chain, there's chances there's church music on tap.
Yep, it's great. I love it. I wish they'd put some other stuff on there. They need to bring business ethics back so bad. I love that beer.
That was a collab with who?
No, it was.
That's right. It was New System Brew.
New System Brew.
That's right.
Maybe we should get a kegerator in here or a beer fridge and see if the shop will stock it with church music.
They probably will.
They have enough accounts. I don't know why they couldn't fit us in.
Yeah.
Next, Barrio Brewing. A good inclusion, Blonde Ale. That's fine. No comments. Now we're getting his Craig's statement here. Now we're getting into the award-winning beer portion of the evening. This blonde from Tucson took gold in the most recent Arizona Craft Beer Awards. We can debate how prestigious that is.
Prestigitation.
You've always got to one-up me.
No, that's a D&D turn.
I know. I didn't even think it was a word.
Prestigious.
Frankly, I'm pretty sure it was not a word.
Prestigitation? Yeah, it is.
Well, that's a dumb word. Next one, Lumberyard Brewing, Railhead Red Ale.
There you go.
Craig's statement here: this well-structured, read artfully bitter, red ale from Flagstaff took home a silver at the 2023 GABF. Good with that. Good with everything. Happy it's there. Phoenix Beer Company, the Phoenix Magazine. First draft IPA. I'm rounding out your shipment with a stick. Ed looked at me and made me feel
shit. He said shit. I'm rounding your shipment.
Did I say shipment?
No. He's a shipment.
I was like, Ed looked at me really fast. I was like, what'd I do? Okay. So this is this is Phoenix Beer Company and Phoenix Mag's first draft IPA collab. Statement here from Craig. I'm rounding out your shipment with the magazine's first ever collab, a Southwest IPA. And frankly, it's coming from the magazine. Why not include your own beer? A little PS postscript here. Did you know Arizona boasts the country's top meadery? It's factually true. If ratebeer.com rankings constitute fact.
No, absolutely not.
He did put that in bunny ears. He put that in quotations. Well. So I am including the Superstition Meadery Electric Sunrise Bubbly, the Bubbly Sangiovese Piment as a bonus, whatever. That's a fucking mouthful and a half. I honestly, I'm gonna start giving lists a rating out of 10. I see a lot of shitty lists.
You should do it out of 12 since it's 12 pack.
Oh yeah.
No, I'm doing it at 10. So
How many of these 12 packs would you drink? That's your rating.
How many?
I would drink 3 of these beers out of this 12 pack.
You would drink 3 of these beers?
No, I'm just saying that's your
That's
rating
how you
system.
rate it. Yeah, how you rate it.
Oh no!
How many of those 12 beers would you?
I want to give it 2 ratings. Number 1, honestly, as far as beer ratings go, this is a solid 8. This is a decent list. Okay, he gets an automatic point taken away for the inclusion of Fate and, several other minor,
and not IPA
basically
from
several other
Grindhouse.
quarter point deductions for other opinion based problems. But it's my list. I'm gonna do what I want.
That's true. That's how
So
it
it's an 8. Outside of that, what were you? Oh yeah, how many would I drink off this list? How many would like you yum? Okay, Chris, go ahead. Have you seen the list?
No.
Okay,
You just told me the list though.
I will determine my count and list while Ed reads off his 3.
I would probably 6 out of 12. I'd probably give
But
it.
you could name all 12
Name all 12.
that I just gave you.
We just did. I'm not going to name all 12.
Exactly. I'm saying you should let me put this
All
in
right,
front
fine,
of you.
fine.
Let me put this in front of you. I have a
All right.
tiny little tablet.
All right, read it quick.
Ed, read it. I will quick. Why quick? What do we got a time problem here? We're a
Yes, we do.
fucking
Yeah, we do.
podcast. Yeah. Okay, go ahead then.
Yeah, it's easy to say for the person who doesn't edit these word salads.
I don't. I never do.
Let's see here. I would give this a drinkability. I would give this a 5 out of 12.
Who gave it what?
I would give a 5 out of 12 drinking.
Have you had it?
No, not the the list. You said how many would I drink? I said I would drink 5 out of 12.
Okay, I drink 8 out of 12 of those beers.
Well, I will drink.
Okay, here it is.
7.
No.
I will drink 6.5.
I am curious to know what ones you have a problem with.
all right,
but here
all
you go. Here you go.
Oh,
Chris.
6.
Give me-
I would
give
go
me
6.
this.
I'd go
Okay.
50%. I drink
Yep.
half of this.
There's
All
a
right.
couple of grooves at the.
All right.
So, I had one beer. I want more than one beer. I want another beer. I'm doing a beer podcast.
Yeah,
Okay?
that's why we got to
Well,
wrap
he's
it up.
looking at that for a second. I want to gripe at you a little bit, but why don't you have like a mini fridge in this? You know what I mean? Like,
Still waiting for that Patreon money to start rolling in.
I would give you $30 towards a mini fridge. I will come up
5 to 6. 5 to 6 is what I would do. Yep.
You drink 5
Yeah,
or
5
6?
to 5 of those
okay,
beers.
but I'd like to know what ones you don't want to drink.
I mean, listen.
Honestly, I think all but 8 of those beers is a great inclusion.
Blonde ales. I mean, anything.
Yeah,
that's-
I didn't
mean,
include that.
Anything that's golden ale, don't care. Pilsner, don't care.
But
Kolsch's, don't
it
care.
wasn't said do you care about it? I asked you if you drink it.
Yeah, listen. If there was 12 beers in front of me, these 12 beers are in front of me, I would not get a Kolsch.
Listen,
I would not
Craig,
get a
I'm
Pilsner.
trying.
I would not get it.
I'm
I mean, these are
trying,
not
Craig.
great. These are great, very examples of those styles of beer from here. You're asking me if I'm gonna how many of these beers I would drink out of a 12 pack. I'm not drinking those beers. I would leave those for my guests that come over that want to drink those styles of beers.
I hang out with a bunch of elitists.
Sorry, I just don't like that style of beer.
Cool
It's not
sticker,
about
but
elitist.
I
It's
like the
about
sticker. I'm taking this.
my opinion and my preference of
damn it.
taste. It's not wrong. It's just what I like to drink. And I'm not going to the store and buying a fucking 6-pack of Barrio Blonde. It's great. Sure, I'm sure if somebody loves that style. I just don't. That's not my style of beer I want to drink.
It's not one of the 12 I would drink.
I'm not a huge fan of honey.
But I
don't
love
like honey in
Pilsners.
beers.
I wouldn't drink that. It's also one of the 4 I wouldn't drink.
But that's just. I mean,
But of the 4 I didn't want. Here, you know what? I was fine with every one of them but 4. So let's just tell you the 4 I wasn't excited about.
Okay.
The Honey Kolsch,
All right.
Edward named. Absolutely agreed. That leaves the Walter Station IPA and the Road by the Stairs IPA. I'm into it. The Tombstone IPA. Obviously, I will drink that. A Dragoon Pilsner. Yup, let me drink it. Fate Golden Ale. Eat a big old fat load of whatever, right? Renhouse Lady Banks. That's a no. So what am I at here?
so I'd probably drink that. I would drink it.
Okay. I'm just saying that's a no for me. But for
Right.
me personally,
Right.
that's a negatory. Okay. So what's that? That's 3. I say the Lady Banks, the Lady Banks and I also am not into the Grand Canyon Prickly Pear. I drink the rest. That's 4, baby. I'm into the rest.
Of the 12?
Of the 12, that's 4.
That's the only 4 beers of the 12
Yep.
that you drink.
No, it's
That
only
you do not
4
drink.
that I would not drink.
Right.
Take a look at the rest of that. I mean, tell me.
I looked at it.
I'm just saying. I'm looking at them on a based off would you drink it scenario, not a if it's the only option scenario.
So-
tell me where you disagree with that. I mean, we're here for a podcast.
So
Let's
Walter
disagree.
Station, yes. Simple Machine, no. Rose by the
And that's
Stairs,
my no.
West Coast Pilsner, no.
West Coast Pilsner, that was fine with
No.
me.
Tombstone, yes.
Yes.
Right. Dragoon Pilsner? No.
Fine.
Golden Ale? No. Lady Banks? Yes. Grand Canyon Pickle Pear? No. Church Music? Yes. Barrio? No. Railhead? No. Phoenix Beer Company First Draft IPA? Yes.
I'm just giving you my 4 that I would.
And then Postscript? Probably not.
I'm just saying that's a little elitist.
So how many is that? How many is that?
That was several.
No, that was 5. You fucking pointed 4 fingers and you 5.
Fuck that. No, that was like 7. Sorry, I'm not saying fuck.
First of all, there's not even 12 beers in this list, is there?
Screw that, Mike. There's 12 on there. You just named like 8 you wouldn't drink, brother.
Yeah. So again,
4 or 5 is what you drink. Not wouldn't.
And that's what I said. I would drink 4 to 5.
And I said I would drink all but 4. I'm a good person. You're a bad person. No, that's fine.
This sounds like a homework assignment that.
Get those 12 beers and try them?
Yeah, no, not. Well, we could do that too, but
it wasn't the question. The question is, I pull up to a bar.
Yeah,
they've got the railhead, and they got. No, excuse me. Let me.
Okay.
No, hang on.
Okay. Set the.
That's not the scenario though.
Set the weird scenario that
somebody mails you a 12-pack of these beers.
Right.
I drink all but the 4 I laid out.
And
we've established that. You're arguing with yourself at this point.
Yeah, we already know that.
That's who I like to argue with.
Somebody's going to be wrong.
Trust me, we're always right, Aaron.
Nobody's wrong here. It's you like those styles. You said, what beers would you drink?
You're telling me
I'm not gonna
right now.
Maybe like Nate would really be upset if I didn't drink this fucking one beer that he likes.
But let's talk about each other. First of all, I know that about you.
But that's what you just said.
Okay, I understand
You're
that.
You're just yelling at me for not liking the beer that you like. I should drink.
No.
Okay.
Fair enough. I don't want you to care about my opinion that way.
All right, here's we're gonna because this is just we're just
episode.
gonna we got to move on. This is what we're gonna do.
I'm telling you, this is what people want to hear us argue about.
Here's your homework assignment for.
All right.
100 people just went, that we moved on.
Here's your homework assignment for Beer Week, which is coming up in February.
I said you were right.
If a guest was coming to Arizona for Arizona Beer Week, what are the 12 beers you would give them as a 12-pack?
Okay.
A guest who's never been to this state, this fictional character.
And something that's readily available.
Right. Yeah, it can't be fucking...
Sora Society, fucking blah, blah, blah.
It can't be a once-a-year release. Or can it be a once-a-year release, as many beers are?
It can be seasonal. It just can't be like a Saguaro Society or something like...
Yeah, you'd be part of some club. Or you can only get it like...
So it can be part of like wet hop season.
Yeah, that's fine. Okay.
So we'll do that.
All right, sounds good.
To finish up, since it is dry January, did you guys see...
Just fart?
That was my. I'm sorry. I'm done now. I sometimes arguing with Chris takes it out of me.
Since it is dry January, how far did you make it into January before your first beer? 1201.
Listen, beer or alcohol.
I was doing some annoying things on the first. I had beers.
Sure.
I don't think the first counts because it kind of rolls over from the third.
I had a couple of good beers on the second too.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I saw a 6-pack. I had like 2 or 3 beers left over from a 6-pack. I drank them the next day.
I was still in Florida, and I was like, I got 6 hours before a flight.
Yeah, I drank champagne that night. I drank I actually had the Pure Project Vertical, the 3-year vertical they did with the barley wines, which the first year barley wines from that, just as a review here, it's $38 for 3 vertical barley wines. Good. It was a great deal.
I agree.
I could imagine
as a non-barley wine drinker.
I was like, holy shit. And they're like 12 to 14%, right? It was the first year, not great, super bitter. Couldn't taste the booze. Second year was less bitter, couldn't taste the booze. This year was you taste a lot of the booze. And 2023, I guess. And then it was less bitter. So quick review. Done.
Great.
I love it.
Well, for those of you participating in dry January, you can now get White Claw 0% alcohol. Doesn't that make it seltzer water? Didn't they go the opposite?
I know. Why didn't they just start making water again? No, they're literally like doing like a spin drift and a polar.
They're doing the opposite of everybody else.
I know. I think I saw that when my wife was like, "Oh, they invented sparkling water." They're like what a mind blowing.
Some guy stood up there like, I have a fucking idea.
Let's just take the booze out.
What if
he just drops the microphone and leaves?
They're like, guys, NA is big. What do we do?
Yeah, oh shit.
NA is so big now. Right. What do we do?
So dumb.
We make sparkling water. Although I want to walk into work drinking a White Claw sparkling.
Some of those sparkling hop waters.
Yes, which are fucking super expensive.
Yeah. I'd like to,
but it's got electrolytes and shit.
It's got brown notes what plants need and crave.
Yes.
A one-of-a-kind premium seltzer.
That's so dumb.
Available in 4 flavors.
A thought just hit me that's totally random, but I have to say it out loud.
As opposed to all your well-conceived thoughts that are coherent and
I just wanted to be
linking.
I wanted to set it up so you can include it in the episode. I went to Cider Corp recently, and they didn't have a hop-based cider on. This made me think of that. I was very frustrated.
You're miffed by that.
I was miffed by that. I know. I'm sorry. I'm nobody / fucking nobody and a half. I think Cider Corp should always have a hop-based IPA, hop-based cider on, because their hop in the bunker is effing delicious. I would buy it every time. If they had it in cans, I'd buy it every time I was there. Yeah. And they're probably saying to me, we have it in cans a lot. And I'd say to you, perfect. I will probably be happy then. But I went there. They didn't have it in cans. They didn't have it on tap. They didn't have any other hop-based IPA. I dropped my phone. They didn't have any other hop-based ciders on tap. I was bummed because and really it's a compliment. I'm trying to offer Cider Corp a compliment. You do them well. Keep one on.
Agreed.
I'm sorry. I had to.
Nope.
I had to do
agree.
it. I had to do it. You're welcome to make it a video for Instagram. I just had to do it. I'm sorry. I love it. I love what they do. I love what they do with them.
Do you want to know the flavors of the White Claws?
is it Jeff's balls? Is it fucking
fresh grass?
That was an epic
hand sanitizer.
That was an epic bring around. Yes, I do.
It was let Nave fucking let Nave go out of his rant real quick.
One of us has to stay grounded. That's my 2024 resolution.
God, that was good. That was so good, Ed. Yes, I do want to know the flavor.
The Always Terrible and medicinal tasting black cherry.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. Bad.
Mango passion fruit.
Could be good. I don't know.
Is it?
Do you know any of these are
alcohol.
good?
No, it came out January 1st, so I've not gone to.
Oh, well, I just meant
White
are these based on alcohol, the flavors? Are these based on flavors they have?
Well, the black
alcohol?
cherry is their standard flavor, which is disgusting.
Okay, all right.
I hate black cherry everything.
That's the opinion I was curious of.
Fuck
Okay.
that.
What about ice cream? Black cherry ice cream's really good.
Peach orange blossom.
What the fuck? All right.
And lime yuzu.
Yuzu.
There's a Y in it.
That's why it's silent. It's very silent.
It's like pterodactyl.
No,
Be
it's like
silent.
that Eddie Izzard joke.
Pterodactyl.
Yeah.
That Eddie Izzard joke where he's like, for instance, in America, you say herbal, and in England, we say herbal because there's a fucking H in it.
Yeah.
Basil. Continue.
Aluminium. Say it all the time.
Sorry about that sound.
That's the death rattle.
Yeah. It's time to end. All right. Anything else, Ed?
Anyway, that was the one national news. The other national news.
That was the one piece of national news we had. This is the best podcast ever.
Well, we try to keep it local.
Try to keep it local.
For the first time, the Brewers Associated reported that beer consumption sales and the industry is down.
It is.
Outside of 2020, the COVID year.
I say good, and I can tell you why. But
all right.
If you
I
want
think it was still
continue.
up
Keep it
because
concise.
there was four. I think it was like 420 breweries opened and like 360 closed.
I'll keep it concise.
They're still opening brewers are still opening, but the sales overall are down.
Stop opening breweries.
And then to kind of
New breweries fine. I've never been.
yeah.
I've never been to Buqui Bichi, and they have 2 already in 6 months.
Okay. So new breweries are okay, but the
Come on,
extra
I'm
locations.
sick of the we got our 5th location.
Right.
still waiting for
You
that.
are not Circle K.
Right.
You can cover the valley. That's fine. But how many breweries really have beer that's that amazing that they could fill up 6 breweries with it?
Not the ones making 5 or 6 different locations.
Yep, exactly. 100%. 100%. And I point at Chris aggressively when I say this because it's a very aggressive point. Because seriously, Monkish doesn't have 15 locations. Nope. They have 1. Yeah. Maybe they have 2.
Well, they had
I don't
2.
know.
I think they closed 1.
Exactly. Probably. I don't know. Whatever. Russian River 2. They could fill a state. They could have a restaurant, full on brewery, enclave. I don't know what the word is.
Well, this kind of piggybacks with that. According to newschoolbeer.com, 30 plus Oregon breweries, cideries, and tap rooms closed in 2023.
I hate to see it. I hate to see
Ex Novo was one of them.
I hate to see someone's dreams die, but I think there are so many breweries and it's so aggressive. This was just bound to happen.
Ex Novo was weird because they had 2 locations in Oregon and then randomly opened up a location in New Mexico.
Yeah,
and that's the only one that's
weird.
open now.
I don't know. I whatever. We can get there's a whole nother episode about like this whole trend in beer. And
I'm saying you don't want to kill
this is a conversation. This is a conversation we should have.
Well, I brought that up because I think the next person we talk to in the industry, I would like to talk to them about where they see locally the perspective of the craft beer industry. Like, are they affected by news like Anchor closing and all these breweries closing, or is it kind of like hyper localized where it doesn't
really affect your bubble,
affect you that much?
Yeah.
But we'll see.
We'll see.
Well, yeah, it's been good, guys.
That was a good segue. Into
yeah, I do my best. I didn't want to cut you off, but I was like, well, it's time. It's time. It's good, guys.
It's time. We got to put Nate down.
Yeah, all right, guys. I need to go to bed. It's nap time.
That's just say goodbye.
Just say bye.
I will. Goodbye.
He sounded very hurt.
No, I love it. No, it's great. You guys are great. Good episode.
All right, thanks everybody. Drink local.
Yep. Bye.
Bye. If you'd like to become part of the Hoppy Craftsman beer community, here's where you can connect with us. Our website is hoppycraftsman.beer. You can find us on Instagram and Threads at Hoppy Craftsman. Our YouTube channel, Hoppy Craftsman. If you want to go above and beyond to support the show, you can find us on Patreon at patreon.com/hoppycraftsman. And we do have some supporters who are generous enough to donate to this show. And those people are Terrence Hollows, Jeff Johnson, Zach Dominguez, and Cena Gomez. If you want to support the show, we have multiple tiers. Just go to Patreon, like I said, patreon.com/hoppycraftsman and join one of our tiers.